911, what's the address of your emergency?
I live at that's the next door neighbor. She just came over and said somebody shot her roommate.
Okay. Did it just happen?
Yeah, she said it just happened. She needs ambulance in place.
Okay.
So the roommate Ashley is the one that's still alive.
She is still alive?
She said she is, yes.
Okay, tell her to take a deep breath, okay? I'm going to ask you some questions. Is Ashley bleeding seriously?
Was she bleeding seriously? Yes, she said yes.
Okay. All right. Do we know if Ashley's completely alert?
No, I don't believe so. I mean, she just saw it and she just ran.
Okay.
This is the moment Belgrade Police Department responded to the 911 call, urgently making their way to 1306 Idaho Street in Belgrade, Montana.
I'm just pulling up on scene. Sure takes some extra help. Copy.
Upon their arrival, the police were greeted by Audrey Butler, the woman whose cries had been heard during the 911 call. With the unsettling images engraved in her mind, she informed the officers that she was the roommate of the victims and had discovered the horrifying scene when she returned home at 8:55 a.m.
What's going on?
I stayed with friends last night, and I just came in and I saw that my back door had been broken in, so I went to the back and I could see footsteps in the snow, so I ran up to my room to see if my roommate was okay. I have two roommates.
Okay.
One of them's dead, and the other one is in her room and she's still alive and she needs help, but I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
Okay, so you don't know if there's somebody else in the house?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay.
Lauren looks like she's been in a while, but Ashley's asked me for help and I ran.
Okay, is this door open?
Yes.
So we have two people upstairs, is that what you're telling me? Okay.
Help Ashley.
The police are still uncertain whether a suspect might be inside the property, and the responding officer anxiously waits for backup to arrive before they can safely enter the house.
What do we know?
So roommate is next door. She said she came home, found the back door kicked in.
Ma'am, I need you inside the building, okay?
One apparent dead, one still alive. She said this is open. I didn't see any footprints in the snow leading up here. So, you ready?
Yep. Belgrade Police!
Police department!
Anybody inside, come out!
I'm going this way.
Okay, I got stairwell.
Police! Kitchen clear.
All right.
Garage.
Okay. Five 93206. Where are you at? We're making entry right now. How many people are inside? We're making entry. How many people?
Garage clear. Up the stairs. We're coming.
Belgrade Police, show me your hands. You got yours on the left and right.
Okay.
Upon entering the first bedroom, the police make contact with a female victim who has sustained injuries consistent with gunshot wounds. The victim appears to be deceased with signs of hypostasis, a post-mortem process causing the blood to settle to the lower extremities due to the heart no longer agitating blood around the body.
We've got, she's cold to touch.
Okay. Livid. Okay. All right, let's back out.
The deceased victim is identified as Lauren DeWise, one of the three roommates. It appears as though Lauren has been dead for at least 2 hours, indicated by the onset of hypostasis. However, this process is significantly influenced by temperature, with cooler temperatures stagnating the process and warmer temperatures accelerating the process. Lauren DeWise, born on March 26, 1982, was 35 years old and had been living in Montana for less than 2 years after relocating from Florida in 2016. Lauren had been working as a bank manager and was described as fun, kind and caring. With a woman screaming for assistance from the second bedroom, police quickly but cautiously cleared the remainder of the upstairs before entering the room.
Police!
Hey! Let me in!
Hello? Police!
Please don't shoot me!
Who shot you?
No, please don't shoot me!
I'm not gonna shoot you, ma'am.
My name's Ashley!
Ashley, what's going on? Who shot you?
Nobody!
Oh, what happened?
I don't know! Please come here!
Who did?
Are you the police?
I'm the police, right here.
Where are you?
I'm right here. Can you see me?
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Where?
Can you tell me what happened?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know, Ashley? Okay,
No.
my name's Officer Robinson, okay?
What's your name?
My name's Officer Robinson.
Are you lying to me?
No.
Due to shock, significant blood loss or serious injury, the second female victim and roommate, Ashley Van Hermit, was disorientated, confused, and was unable to understand or answer any questions.
What happened to you? Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know why I do. Show me your face then.
I'm right here. Can you see me?
No,
Can you see anything?
no,
No?
no.
Okay.
Please help me.
We're gonna help you, okay?
Please help me.
We've got the medical people coming. Where do you hurt?
I don't hurt anywhere.
You don't hurt anywhere?
No.
Ashley was in need of urgent medical attention, and the police needed to act fast.
Around the front. Yeah, we got a blanket.
Ashley, we're gonna pick you up and we're gonna carry you down to the paramedics, okay?
What are you doing, sir?
We're gonna pick you up and carry you.
Carry me back. Where are you carrying me?
Coming down.
Step as far as I can get to the door. I'm gonna go out to the, I don't want to match the sidewalk right here. Who's the most senior paramedic?
The extent of Ashley's injuries were revealed in hospital, and it was miraculous that she had remained conscious at the scene. Ashley had been shot in multiple places, including a gunshot wound to the back of the head, a gunshot wound to the right side of her neck which hit the carotid artery, and multiple gunshot wounds to the side of her body causing severe fractures. Ashley was placed in critical condition, with medical staff reporting she had a low rate chance of survival. However, police would eventually receive a phone call stating that Ashley had pulled through and was well enough for police to question her.
So obviously, you know, we're here to talk to you.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're going to have some questions, but most of it we just want to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
Just starting out,
Yes.
and I know this is kind of a tough question, but can you tell me, do you remember anything at all?
When I got shot?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
I remember waking up in the hospital. I don't really remember actually waking up in the hospital. I remember kind of doing the I love you sign to my brother when I was, you know, obviously laying in the hospital bed. But no, I do not remember being shot at all. Or however many times they shot me. I think they got me in the shoulder, and I think in the elbow too. Obviously the head.
Well, yeah, you're a lucky gal, but everything that I've heard so far is, you know, you're a fighter.
It's a miracle I'm alive. I thank God every day.
With Ashley unable to remember what had happened due to head trauma, police tried to re-jog her memory by asking questions about her timeline of events before the incident occurred.
So Saturday, this would have been before I got shot, obviously, the day before I got shot. We went to a place in Livingston. It was a hotel.
And you said Ralph drove you home?
Yes, he did.
Can you tell me, do you remember anything from the drive home?
I don't remember a whole lot, no. Maybe if you ask me a more specific question, I might be able to answer. I don't know.
Do you remember any conversations that you guys were having?
Not really specifically, no.
Going from when Ralph dropped you off, what's the last thing you remember that night?
Really, the last thing I remember is I gave him a kiss goodnight and in the car, and he was like, "Okay, I'll watch you get inside," and I was like, "Of course you will."
So yeah, so then I went inside, I shut the door, obviously. And really from there on, I don't remember too much.
Police were still unsure who the intended victim of the shooting was and remained open to all possible theories. Due to Ashley's interview, the police now had a person of interest and a possible suspect. It was highly possible that Ashley's boyfriend, Ralph, was the last person to see Ashley before the incident occurred and decided to bring him in for immediate questioning.
So Ralph, I'm a detective with the sheriff's office, and I did some of the processing at the scene at the house. And so I have some information and I have some questions about stuff that I saw there.
Understood.
So tell me, when did you guys start dating?
Roughly December last year, so a year and change ago.
Okay.
Just over a year.
Okay. And how do you characterize your relationship with her right now?
We've been attempting to break up with each other for several weeks, and pretty much this week we decided together that it was the right thing to do, is to not date each other anymore.
When was the last time you actually had contact with her?
With Ashley?
Yeah.
Last night when I dropped her off.
And that was after the Livingston trip?
After the Livingston trip, right around. We decided it was a little before 9 o'clock.
What time did you go to bed last night, Ralph?
Pretty much, I'm going to say, look at my phone, that's how I do everything, but I said goodnight to Ashley and I was up for a little while longer, maybe an hour.
So you're thinking around 11 o'clock is when you went to bed?
Thinking so.
Did you go anywhere after?
No, I stayed at home.
Did you attempt to kill Ashley?
No.
Did you attempt to kill her roommate?
No.
Have you been in that house last night?
No. Do you believe me? Why not? You gotta ask.
Would you be willing to let us dump your phone to
Yes.
retrieve your GPS locations,
Yep.
that kind of stuff off of your phone?
Yep.
Ralph stated that he and Ashley were going for a mutual breakup that was amicable. He appeared genuine and honest, and after looking into Ralph further, detectives had gathered enough evidence to safely clear him of having any involvement. Back at the scene of the crime, forensic officers were painstakingly recovering evidence. At the rear of the property, they took photographs of footwear impressions leading to the back door of the house, with the same impressions leaving the residence covered in blood. Usually, footwear impressions are lifted from the ground using adhesive, gelatine, or electrostatic lifters. However, those that leave three-dimensional marks can be casted using snowprint wax, dental stone, sulfur wax, or paraffin wax. After all the forensic evidence was collected, the exhibits were sent off to be examined in the laboratory. With detectives looking into Lauren's background, they identified another person of interest and possible suspect, Lauren's husband, Joseph Paul DeWise, who Lauren was seeking a divorce from. The currently separated husband and wife had one daughter together, with Joseph having 2 other teenage children from a previous marriage. Police located Joseph in a traffic stop near his home in Bozeman, Montana, and brought him in for questioning.
Go ahead, okay, open up the door. Keep both hands up. Open it with the outside. Okay, go ahead and get out. There's enough time to space. Get out. Put your hands up. Sure.
Hands up. Walk over here. Turn around. Look away from me. Walk backwards. Keep coming. Keep coming. Stop. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Here's what that good.
Do not move. Do you understand me? Take him to the back of my car.
All right.
The reason that I wanted to talk to you is there was some issues that happened over at Lauren's house this morning, and I just kind of wanted to touch base with you to see if you were over there at all, if kind of where you were this morning, that kind of thing.
Wow.
Well, someone broke into the back door of her place, and so we're trying to get all of the stuff together, and from what I understand, you guys were separated and working on a divorce.
Okay.
And that's kind of where we're at.
Sure, right?
Well, not really. She was. the person that came in ended up shooting her. So
she's dead?
Yeah. So
oh my god.
So that's why we're talking to you, because you guys are going through a divorce, and from what I understand, and we need to kind of figure out what's going on.
And so, absolutely anything that you can tell us that might give us a little clarity would be thankful. This is news to me. I don't know anything about it. Complete news, complete surprise. They told me when they picked me up they're investigating a homicide. I did not think there's some weird stuff's been happening to me since I've been in Bozeman. So I'm like, geez,
Yeah.
Well, let me just say right off the bat, I understand Lauren, regardless of your relational issues. I understand.
I love her.
Lauren's very important to you. And I'm so sorry that you're going through this right now.
Although Joseph is a suspect, he could also be a victim who has just been told of his wife's death. Although they still need to ask him some difficult questions, it is important they treat him with a level of dignity, respect, and empathy.
Can you tell me a little bit about how the separation has been going?
It depends on who you ask. Like, for her, it's fine. For me, it's been really tough.
I want to know from you.
I've had trouble dealing with it,
Can you, let's just start with a basic timeline. Sort of about last evening, last night, as you can, say from the end of dinner time. Tell me about what you did.
I fell asleep again. I'm not sure how long I slept.
What time do you think you went to bed?
I actually did go out. I went and got a 6-pack of beer around midnight at Town Pump. Probably went to bed around 2.
And that was about midnight? You got a 6-pack of beer, right?
Yep.
Joseph has told detectives he has found the process of divorce difficult, and from his perspective, Lauren has been able to deal with it much easier. Detectives now have Joseph's timeline of events, to which he states being home for the majority of the evening. However, he does admit to leaving the residence at around midnight for a pack of beers. Someone who can confirm this story is Joseph's son, Joe Jr., who left home with his father to go to the gas station, with both returning home together not long after. Detectives immediately bring Joe Jr. into the police station for a statement.
Just so you understand who I am. My name's Jeremy Kopp. I'm the detective sergeant from Barrett Office. Obviously, you know what happened today. Given that, then I need to be able to be able to talk to you. How was your relationship with her?
We were close.
Yeah.
She was like my mom, but
okay.
She wasn't my mom. She was pretty much like my mom.
Detectives quickly realise that Joseph's and Lauren's breakup has been difficult for the whole family, with Joe Jr. expressing his difficulties and concerns about the situation. Joe then walks the detectives through what he did on the Saturday, which included normal teenage activities and visiting the gas station with his dad at 12 a.m. for a pack of beers.
And let's go to Saturday. And just walk me through Saturday.
Yeah, of course, son. So Saturday, let's see, start in the morning. I got up around like maybe 12-ish.
Why'd you go?
I just go with him, just because.
Yeah. Excuse me. I mean, do you hang with your dad quite a bit? Yeah. You just pretty tight.
Yeah. So we just
fair enough to say.
Just whatever we do. Yeah.
So just you and Dad then on the beer run? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you don't recall hearing any doors or anything open when you go to bed? Great.
Everything's quiet.
Okay. So it's important that you and I, as we kind of work through the details, that we're completely truthful with each other.
Right.
Okay. That's pretty important.
Right.
What do you think happened?
She's in her home sleeping, and as I know from what my dad told me, body, it could have been drugs or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it could be drugs.
Who do you think could do something like that? No guesses.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
And it couldn't be my dad. He's always.
In Joe's account aligns with his father's, the detectives are now revisiting the evidence in the search for new leads. During this time, the Forensic Crime Laboratory notifies the detectives that they have completed the examination of the submitted evidence. They say that the photographs taken of the footwear impressions in the snow could be from 2 sets of footprints, with one being significantly smaller than the other. Armed with this information, detectives quickly brought Joe Jr. back in for questioning, accompanied by his mother, since he is only 15 years old. If you made it this far into the video, we would like to sincerely thank you. We work extremely hard producing these videos, trying to find a balance between enjoyment and education. Hundreds of hours are spent on each video, researching, scriptwriting, and editing. We aim to produce the best quality content for our viewers, and although we have a lot to improve on, we genuinely do this to the best of our ability. We would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe so we can continue improving our content and publishing videos.
Yesterday, you and I kind of talked about the timeline and what everybody had done on Saturday, and we talked about that kind of in detail going into Sunday morning, the 7th, right? Okay. So, let's start with this.
Joe Jr. stuck to his original story, but the detectives continued to press him for more details.
That's pretty accurate to what you told me yesterday. Which is unfortunate, because I don't think that's actually what happened. And I was hoping that today you and I could break through that and we could talk about what actually happened. Because if I can't get you to be honest with me, I can't help you. And I don't believe that you're being completely truthful with me. And I don't know exactly why, but I'm not willing to give up on you. I think that we can get through it. Okay? I know that this is really hard for you to sit here. I know it. I can see the weight on you. And the only way I can help is if you and I are honest with each other. I can't help. I can't do anything if you and I aren't honest with each other in here. Okay?
Joe starts to be more truthful with the detective, admitting that his father did go back out that night.
fight through it, though. And then what did he tell you?
Love you too, Dad.
You knew what he was gonna do.
I did not stop. I know that I can't do that. I can only see you again. You can tell me. Tell me stop. I want us to leave.
Now that Joe is starting to open up, the detective can encourage him to share the complete truth.
Please, son, please. Okay.
Was it just your dad?
Come on, son.
Was it you or him? Tell me.
Listen. Joyce. I was afraid for my sisters.
I know you were.
I did have a choice. I had to.
And how far did you go back? How far did you go in the house? Could you see the stairs? Could you see the stairs?
Yeah.
Could you hear him?
Yes.
What'd you hear?
What the hell is wrong with you? I said, come. Come.
Father, please.
A search warrant is immediately issued for the DeWise house. Within Joseph DeWise's room and outside shed, they find matching shell casings to that found at the murder scene. Although the boots used in the murder are not recovered, similar footwear impressions are recovered from the DeWise driveway. The police extracting the data from Joseph's mobile phone, they discover chilling text messages and an audio recording detailing the level of abuse he subjected upon Lauren.
You've always told me that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to express myself now.
You're such a lying piece of...
Are you serious?
That's what I'm doing. I'm so tired of you holding like this. This innocent fate. Tell me. I'm not blaming now.
I don't think
I've done everything for you. I've given up everything for you. And the only thing we've ever cried about is you. That's it. You know what? I'm gonna. That's what's gonna happen.
Joseph DeWise was immediately arrested and charged with the murder of his wife and attempted murder of Ashley Van Hermit. DeWise would remain in custody whilst police collected more evidence, which included recovering the gun from a local nature park. The trial of Joseph Paul DeWise commenced on December 6, 2019 at the Gallatin County District Court in Bozeman. During the proceedings, both the prosecution and defence presented their arguments, but the prosecution's evidence was far more compelling. A total of 12 witnesses were called to the stand, where they delivered their emotional and impactful testimonies to the court.
You tried to kill my sister. You did a pretty darn good job of trying to do it. Unless God intervened, she would be dead. She was on the ground for, I believe, almost 9 hours, wondering if she was gonna die. What do you think that felt like?
And I actually started to talk to her, and as I walked closer to the threshold of the door, I saw that she was dead. Of all of the threatening things he had said to her, because of all the terror he had already caused her, because of the aggressive things he had said to me.
I've had to learn to live with only the use of my right hand and arm. So I've had to learn to dress all over again.
Joseph DeWise's daughter, Natalie, also confirmed her brother Joe's testimony of the abusive relationship between her dad and Lauren. Both children tell the court of his abusive behaviours towards Lauren, which included placing a tracking device on her car. The children explain that they were in fear of their father, with him having complete control over their decisions and opinions. Natalie explained that her father had confessed to killing Lauren when he woke up early on January the 7th, 2018, the morning after the murder. Whilst in prison, Joseph DeWise phoned Natalie, trying to manipulate her into convincing her brother Joe to take the blame for the shooting, as he would only be in jail for a short amount of time due to his age. Joseph DeWise then takes to the stand to express his thoughts.
Been in jail for 22 months, waiting for an opportunity to explain to a jury that I'm innocent. I'm not that kind of a person. I respect and I love your strength and your individuality.
After a 7-day trial, Joseph Paul DeWise was found guilty of deliberate homicide and attempted deliberate homicide, and was sentenced to 220 years in prison without the possibility for parole.
By the above named defendant, Joseph Paul DeWise, count 1, to the charge of deliberate homicide of Lauren DeWise, guilty. To the allegation that in committing the above offense, the defendant Joseph Paul DeWise used a firearm, we unanimously find, by proof beyond a reasonable doubt, that the defendant Joseph Paul DeWise did use a firearm.
Guilty on second.
Count 2. To the charge of attempt to commit deliberate homicide of Ashley Von Emert. Guilty. To the allegation that in committing the above offense, the defendant Joseph Paul DeWise used a firearm, we unanimously find, by proof beyond a reasonable doubt, that the defendant Joseph Paul DeWise did use a firearm. Dated December 10th, 2019, by Jordan.